what happened was, I went in to go donate blood. I've donated blood in several states, not yet in New York State again. I do like to help out my community. So I do like to go and donate blood. So I went into CSL Plasma, and I spent about 8 hours in there altogether. I went to 3 or 4 different times. Um, Everyone was pretty kind and pretty nice to me. And so, unfortunately, in this story, I do have to throw in that I am a recovering addict. I have been clean for 14 years. It'll be 14 years this October 4th. And so I don't even have to tell people that that was a part of my life due to the fact that, I have a 13-year-old daughter. It's just not something that I incorporate into my life anymore. I'm not in recovery even. I'm just being a mother. I'm just living my life. I'm taking care of my child and I'm doing all kinds of, the things that I need to be doing at 52 years old. And yeah, I'm 52 also. So let's get that out there. This time I went into CSL Plasma, and I was back talking to the nurse. And, they have this questionnaire that you do before you get back to the nurse, right? And it's on a computer. You walk in, you log in, and they ask you, I think, 60 questions it is, right? And one of the questions is, have you ever used IV drugs, right? So I answered no, because I don't have to tell anyone. My system is completely clean. I don't have any drugs in my system. I have no diseases. I have not, it's just like, I don't have to tell anyone. I don't have to. At 52 and I'm a 13, now I'm telling the world, and I'm telling the world because I want anyone who's ever been affected by addiction to not have to feel this way. Because when I went in there and was speaking to the nurse, what I told her was that I was in Virginia and there was another blood donation place down there that I had been donating at, who knew that I was a former, IV user, because I did, I chose to just, well, actually, no, they kind of just assumed it, honestly. And so the last time I went in there, so they treated me like garbage pretty much, because, I do have this in my past. And so the last time I went in there, they were, had the IV in my arm and they were using me as a pincushion. It was a new student, and he just jabbed me over and over and over. And I felt, I can't even believe this. So then the girl who, was, I guess, the lead in the place came up to me and pulled the needle out. And when she did that, my blood in my vein just squirted everywhere, right? So this was in Virginia, right? So I was telling the nurse how terribly I was treated in Virginia because I was an addict, right? And then she turned around and said, I'm so sorry, but you cannot donate here. After like 8 or 9 hours. So let me be very clear that the story I just told was in Virginia. Okay. And the story that I'm referring to now is New York State. New York State guidelines for being clean from IV drug use is 3 to 5 months. So you can go to the Red Cross and you can donate. Unfortunately, that's the only other place in this area in the capital region that I'm able to go to, right? And they told me, Red Cross, thank you so much because you apologized to me on behalf of CSL Plasma. Thank you for that. And told me to come on down, that you would take my blood any day. And I'm very, very grateful for that. So what I'm saying is this, um, and also they did it in front of my 13-year-old, right? So how did that feel for me after spending all that time there? And then to be told that I had a past, that I was not good enough, that my blood was not good enough, that my blood, my body, I was so offended. And I called my Better Business Bureau, and I was told that that is discrimination. That is what I was told by the BBB lady in Florida. I have all of her emails. So I can back up what I said. I was really so embarrassed. Because for my daughter to see that see her mother treated like that, because she doesn't look at me as an addict. She doesn't know that side of me. I'm just her mother, right? So she went with her mom to go donate blood one day. Supposed to be a good experience, right? Because she had not been in there with me for the other hours. Those were all different times that I had gone in and waited and then had to leave because it takes a really long time. It takes a really, really long time. So on this Sunday, I got prepared. I drank like so much water. I drank a bunch of milk because that's a better hydrator, actually. Because one of the times that I have been in there, I had actually gotten back there and they could not find a vein because my veins are so small because I did not hydrate enough. And I do remember that about that. So this day, I'm telling you, I started drinking Gatorade the night before, and I made sure I walked in there because when I go to get blood work, I don't have a problem like this. I'm not turned around and sent out the door, right? I'm not told you're an IV drug user. We can't take your blood because you're disgusting and horrible and dirty. They don't say that to you, and so that's how I was made to feel. I was made to feel disgusting and horrible and dirty, and it's embarrassing. And trust me, I beat myself up still to this day. I beat myself up. It's a daily part of my life. I have a lot of wreckage in my past. So for me to be number one, to have made it this far, number two, to be completely and totally clean, number three, to be an advocate for the earth, number four, to be an incredible, amazing single mother who does it all by herself, right? Um, yeah, I was made to feel dirty. And so, but I can guarantee you that if someone from CSL Plasma was on a street and they needed, mouth to mouth resuscitation or CPR or something, they wouldn't discriminate against me because I have tattoos and I'm an IV drug user. They'd be begging me to do CPR, right? I mean, they'd be begging me, please save my life. Please save my daughter's life. Oh, well, I can't. I'm an IV drug user. So please save my daughter's life, right? That's how it's supposed to be. So if you're donating blood, right? Someone's not going to go, well, hopefully, right? No one would say, well, I got the blood from an IV drug user. I don't want to use that blood. All right. Well, it's been 14 solid years, October 4th. That's a long time. And when New York code is 3 to 5 months, is it honest to disclose something from 14 years ago? Yeah. Do I have to? No, I don't. I don't. When I go to the doctor, that's not something, well, actually it is something they ask me, but when I'm, for instance, taking my daughter to one of her shows at school or showing up at school today to pick her up, they don't say, who is it at the door? Oh, Vaughn, you're an IV drug user? Can't come in. 14 years ago? Nope, you got to go back out to your car. We'll send her out. No. I take her to her doctor. Oh, IV drug user? Nope, nope. She's got to come in. But that's just, people don't do that. You don't do that. And so I cried on the way home because I beat myself up so terribly because, and I called Csl Plasma customer service several times. Um, I was told, well, they might do it one way in one location, and they would do it differently in a different location. So I said to her, "What are you telling me? Are you telling me that in Schenectady they might not let you donate because you IV drug used 14 years ago, but in Albany they will?" And well, that's not what we said, ma'am. I said, "But you're telling me that one place might do it one way and one place might do another. What is your policy? What is CSL Plasma's policy on IV drug use?" Couldn't get it out of the first guy. Couldn't get it out of the second woman. So apparently, a blood donation place doesn't even have a policy about IV drug use. So then I go on Google, leaving reviews left and right to tell people because I also, am in my life process paths with the local rehab here. Again, I am not in recovery. So, I mean, I am in recovery. I am in recovery, but I don't, and, it's just something that I do that process paths. I don't go there for any kind of anything. So, person that works there told me, "Are you kidding me? They wouldn't let you donate. That's our population. That's our population. Our population are people that can't afford to buy drugs, so they go in there to donate to get money to buy drugs, right?" That's what someone who works at New Choice told me. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but that's the local rehab here. That's the biggest one. But the employee I will never divulge. And but the shock after I told the people who work over there, the shock and disgust from the employees there. So they definitely told me to follow up, and they told me to try to do everything you can. So again, I'm very very grateful for you guys having me today. I'm very very grateful. Thank you.